I stumbled upon this the other day. It's called, the dude's name is Francis Aaron. He has less than 2,000 subscribers. And back in July, he made a whole song dedicated to how much he hates trans people. I listened to probably 30 seconds of it, and I knew I had to go over this on stream. So we're all here together for this, all right? We're all here together for it. And I am, baby, I'm excited. So this song is not like your average song. It's 8 minutes long. It's 8.5 minutes long. This man made an entire 8-minute song about how much he hates trans people. And you know what? We're going to go through a chunk of it. Too loud. Yeah, here we go. Oh my gosh, Booba. All right. Starting off well already. What did that? I don't know if I want to go back to the picture, but what was it? Boys will be girls. Nice. Boys will be girls. Bro, what is this? This is how British people spend their time.
Yo, a man cannot become a woman any more than a man can become a bat.
Okay, so first line. 20 seconds in, and we've already got his fundamental core argument. Okay, a man cannot become a woman because a man cannot become a bat. So this is over 8 minutes long. Yes. How do you do this? How do you make this happen? But okay. Okay.
A man cannot become a woman any more than a man can become a bat. Yet these crackpots will stop at nothing, so of course I'm gonna catch a ton of flack. Look.
So once again, still, all right. So he's like, core argument. Remember this: man cannot become woman because man cannot become bat. Okay. Explain Batman. He will. Oh, he will. My question is, honestly, does this guy think he's a man? I would guess. So does this guy think that there's as big as of a difference between him and women as like him and bats? He sees a woman walking down the street and he's like, oh yeah, bruv, this fucking broad out here is literally about as different from me, right, as a fucking bat, you know, right? Yeah, right. Like you all like. Like, I don't think you're. Listen, I don't think women would. Yeah, right. Yeah, listen, bro. So I was sitting at the pub the other day, and I was thinking to myself, there was a chick over here, and I knew that she had to be a fucking. And then he says the T slur. I'm not gonna say the T slur as a joke here, but put in. I said the T slur. In a really bad British accent. This cunt is basically a fucking bat sitting next to me. She's basically like a fucking pineapple. This is like transphobic British shower thoughts.
Even if a man self-identifies as a bat, adapts his swagger and acts oddly, even if he's utterly convinced he's a bat and believes he's a bat trapped in a man's body, to the extent that he fits artificial web wings on his back and lives a nocturnal lifestyle in a cave hanging from the ceiling, even if he sleeps perched upside down, even if he somehow installs a nifty interface to navigate the world via echolocation, feeds on a diet of fruit and insects and blood on special occasions. In order for all the world to recognize him as a bat, he gives his fake wings a flap. Sorry to break it to you, but still, this does not make him a bat.
Still, if you didn't know, we're not even 1 minute into this video yet. Not even 1 minute. So apparently this guy's argument is like, oh yeah, men, you can't be trans because being trans is like if you tried to become a bat and then you hung upside down and ate insects and fruit like bats do, and you give yourself a wings, and then you go to Hot Topic to buy some new earrings because you're one of the cool fashionable bats, and the non-binary femme presenting person at the register is like, that's going to be $29.95, sir. And then he goes, he just starts screeching. He just starts going, or something. That's not what I identify as. You may call me. I don't know. He makes up some sort of like fucking bat neo pronoun. Here's the difference, okay? Bats are not people, but to my knowledge, and I have had a couple of girlfriends in my life, and I have some friends who are women, and my mom is a woman, my sister is a woman, some of my friends who are guys have moms who are women, and it seems to me, through all the research that I've collected, that women are indeed human beings. This has not been peer research yet, so I'm still going to, we still have to iron out the kinks of the study, and it has to go through, you know, the proper channels and the ethics board and everything. But as far as I know, women are people. And so, because of that, you can transition from being one type of person to another type of, it's much easier from being one type of person and then transition to being another type of person. You can go to school, you can become like a plumber or something, you know, I mean, if that's something you're into, you can be like bisexual, something along those lines, you know, it's just that these people are people, right? And when it comes to gender, right, these things are not like, you don't have to like turn into like a bat to become a woman. You can identify as one, right? Because what is a woman, right? Because if you boil all these things down, what is a woman is just honestly a person who identifies as one at the end of the day. Because like there are women without ovaries, there are women without vaginas, there are, you know, the like dripping vagoober, they don't have it, you know? They don't have these sorts of things. You just have to identify as one. When it comes to the social role, the social construct of woman and man, those are just things you identify as. You take in the roles, you take in the social responsibility of that particular gender group, and wow, incredible, you are one. Just like that, easy. Oh, not necessarily though. Not easy, but you know, easier than becoming a literal bat. I'll tell you that much.
'Cause a bat is a bat, and that is a fact.
So what deep philosophical argument that this guy has been able to posit to us right now. A bat is a bat, and that is a fact. Because why cannot trans people be the gender they identify as? Because a bat is a bat, and that is a fact, bro. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Tupac ain't got shit on him. Yeah, absolutely. This guy's entire argument is like, if you identify, you cannot be a frog even if you dress as a frog and sit on a log in a bog next to a guy named Snoop Dogg and formulate raps about how good it is to be that dog, my dog. You know, and this dude's like, yeah, dude, that's rap right there. You cannot be a frog on a log in a bog writing raps with Snoop Dogg. Because a frog is a frog, and that is a fact. Because reasons.
Question: can a bat be a bat whilst at the same time not be a bat?
What the fuck does that mean? What is that? What does that mean? Can a bat be a bat whilst at the same time not being a bat? What? That's deep, yeah? Well, I basically have a philosophy degree, yeah, right, yeah, bruv. Well, listen, if a bat is a bat, and that's a fact, I think women are women, and that is a fact. And if you transition to be a woman, you're still a woman, and that's still a fact, and a woman is still a woman, and that's a fact. Because women are not bats. So you wouldn't be a woman and not a woman at the same time. You'd be a woman. But okay.
No, he's either a bat or he's not a bat, and he can't transform at the drop of a hat.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, have you ever seen like a trans person just instantly transform? They're like evolving like Pokemon. You'll just be sitting around with like your like your non-binary friend or something after months of them talking about how like unsure of their gender that they are, in the middle of you guys sitting around and playing like Mario Kart. You see like a bright flash next to you and you're like, You know, and then you look, you're like, oh my god, what is that? What is that? And then it's like they're sitting there in all of their trans glory. They're just like glowing still, like steam billowing from their arms and stuff, and they instantly transition like at the drop of a hat, like they evolve like Pokemon. They just become a trans person just like that. Okay.
And if I voice a doubt, nor is it batophobic to
Batophobic. Still, I don't know. Maybe this guy does think there's a greater difference between him and women than him and bats or something. Who knows? Where did the pet go? Oh, you mean Boo? He's still here. There he is. He's sleeping. He's tired. There he is. Baby. Little tiny baby Boo. Very tired. He's very sleepy. He's had a long day today, so he has decided to take a nap on the bed.
Batman is not a bat. He is a man dressed as a bat.
So there you go. So we found it. So this is his argument. Batman is not a bat. He is dressed as a bat. Because we all know Batman's we all know about Batman's story arc, which is how much he really wants to be a real bat, and not that he's just a guy who takes on the bat aesthetic as a person. He is like it. He really wants to be a bat. It goes through him getting like, you know, bat surgery and coming to his like bat identity and stuff. Batman identifies as justice, so his argument is dumb anyways. That's true. Batman does identify as literal justice. So
likewise, man cannot magically become woman, even if he seeks a life beyond one cannot negate.
I mean, you're right. I mean, unless you believe in magic or something, I don't believe men don't magically become women. You kind of like identify it as one if you decide to be trans. You know, take the leap, take the T pill.
Biology with a wave of the magic be a sign of wonder.
What does gender have to do with biology? What are you talking about?
Transgender woman has no womb.
Whoa, geez, the transphobia instantly with a quotation around woman. Transgender woman has no womb. Have you never met a woman with no womb? I mean, probably. I mean, more likely than not, if you've been around some women, maybe he's not because he keeps confusing them with fucking barnyard animals or something. But there are women out there with no wombs. You know this, right?
No ovaries.
Or ovaries. Or.
Code the genes. She does not have periods regularly. Plus, will never experience pregnancy.
They keep talking about these biological like happenings, but none of these things have to do with like actual. There are women that have none of these things that we still count as women who aren't trans women. Like, you know that, right? And the typical argument is like, well, they're supposed to have them though. Like, I mean, what do you mean supposed to? They don't. You said they don't, and those women don't either. So what are you talking about? This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous argument, and it doesn't even make any. It's a complete non sequitur at the end of the day because gender has nothing to do with biology. Well, gender is not biology. You hope that doctors are not using wands in 2021. I don't know. Some doctors are still using wands. If you go on Pornhub, there are a couple dudes in lab coats and they love using their wands.
Psychologically, a man does not know what it means to be a woman.
What? Do we have women in chat? Do you know psychologically what it means to be a woman? Like what is that? Wait, what does that mean? Psychologically woman? Do you have the woman brain? You cannot be women unless you have the woman brain. As you see, the woman brain is very very curious. When doctors crack open the lid of the woman, like rainbows and unicorns come flying out. They have to go catch them with butterfly nets around the operating room to make sure and put them back when they're done. They give them a little wash off and put them back when they're done. The woman brain. It kind of sounds like epic rap battles of history and you hate it. You know what it actually sounds like? Here, let me show you guys, because he's ripping off this dude's style like perfectly.
Log on to Facebook sometimes, and it's telling me your gallery's updated, but 500 of your pictures are the same. It looks like you pissed them every day with your mates at club nights. And I hate to be uptight, but I just find it a shame you're afraid of the sunlight.
So yeah, he stole Dan Bull's flow. He stole all of this. This dude This dude watched a Dan Bull video and he was like, "Oh, yeah, that's fucking cool. What if I make it really shitty like?" You know, it's just why are we looking at why this is like great value. This is great value Dan Bull right here. I'm honestly not sure how much more I can take of this. It's going to be this same exact flow the entire time. It's 8 minutes long. I cannot possibly bear to watch any more of this. Listen, okay? Listen. Gender is a social construct, at least the way that we think of it, okay? There have been societies with more gender. There have been societies with different gender. Gender changes all of the time, okay? Literally all of the time. It has very little to do with biology. It has links to biology, but there's a good reason why we have a word for sex and gender, okay? There's a reason why we have these two words, all right? Why if they weren't different, I don't know why we wouldn't just have sex and then the societal roles that the sex plays. But we have another word, and that's gender. Really interesting that. No, boys will be girls, boys will be bats or frogs or dogs or or chameleons or lions or sheep, like or wolves, stick bugs. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Or cats. I don't know, dude. Listen, people are people, animals are animals. I don't understand. How many times can one man ask if a bat is a bat? I don't know. He seems very confused. Extremely confused. And honestly, it's very worrying.